Yes, it's chicken again, and yes, it's Italian again, but with an idea for dinner like this one that you won't mind. We're making chicken cacciatore with Parmesan Polenta. I'm Jeff Philbin. This is Dinner DeeAs. Joining me here in the Dinner DeeAs kitchen for a return visit is Vinny Andreotti, better known as Cousin Vinny, thanks to his wildly popular Tampa sandwich shop. Come here. I'm gonna do it, man. What's up, cuz?
How you doing?
I'm good, man. Good.
Fantastic.
I love it because we've called on everyone's favorite cousin today to help with a recipe request sent to dinnerdeas@fox.com from Norman, who's watching us in Zephyr Hills. Hi, Norman. He said, I'm hoping you might make a show on chicken cacciatore. My mom used to make it with wine. And Vinny stepped up to share his take on this traditional dish, and you used to make this with your mom, too.
Absolutely.
All right, we're getting a twofer over here, Norman. We're getting a little bit of the mom action over here. Yours had the wine, yours has polenta. That's where we need to start.
Absolutely. So let's get right on into it here. So on which pan we got hot? This one right here? Mm-hmm. All right. So we're going to add first some chicken stock, as well as a little bit of combination of heavy cream and milk.
Now, the combination between the heavy cream and the milk, is that just because you don't want to have so much fat content behind it?
Right.
So you're trying to thin it out, but still have flavor in that creaminess.
Well, I want to add the creaminess, but, you know, getting it to the low boil, we don't want to scorch it.
Okay.
Right, so the milk cuts that out, and that will bring this to the low boil. Add the polenta with the chicken stock as well. It just adds a lot more bodiness, deep flavor.
Now, as we're bringing this up here, just to bring it up a little bit more, the polenta, like, this is a great tip here because, like, sure, you could use pasta, and that would be a little more traditional. But the polenta here, that's gluten-free.
Absolutely, right? So now you could have all the deliciousness without the guilt.
I like that. I mean, growing up as a kid, you cooked a lot with your mom?
All the time.
Okay.
All the time.
It was special.
Very.
Oh, I'd love to hear
And that's what all my recipes mean to me. You know, carrying the traditions that, you know, were bestowed upon me. Now it's my job to share this with as many people as I can.
I love this. Now, we're going to let this come up a little bit more heat, but we already have a very hot pan over here for some chicken over here. We'll monitor this and add in our polenta in just a second here. But what do we need to do over here with our chicken?
So right here, what we're going to do, we'll move some of this aside, is we're just going to season some chicken thighs, bone in, skin on, Bell & Evans, because it's the really good stuff.
So you got the good stuff.
Of course, right? So we just got some salt here. We're only going to salt these. Reason being, we're going to cook these on medium heat to render fat, also crisp the skin.
Okay.
We're not going to put pepper on it down now because that has a propensity to burn in these moments.
I think sometimes people overlook that idea because they always think like salt and pepper is always going to be that base. But then like, no, it can burn, and yes, it will change the flavor profile of your dish. So this is one where we want to have a slow cook of that fat to really get it nice, golden, crispy. Crisp. So that salt's going to draw out that moisture, which is what you want, but not that pepper, which could burn.
Yep.
Okay.
All right. Let's get a little oil into the pan.
And what type of oil do we have here?
So we just have regular olive oil there.
Okay.
We're not cooking way too hot, so you'll see it's not even reaching a smoke point, but also imparts a little bit of good flavor.
I absolutely love that. All right, so we got some salt over here on our chicken thighs. Now, you like chicken thighs because
flavor.
It's all that flavor.
Flavor. A little bit more fat. I'm not cutting weight anymore like in wrestling.
But we also have the bone in too, and that also creates that nice little bit too that just kind of latches on.
Very much so. And the fact that we're braising it, as that cooks more down, it's just going to deepen the flavors even more.
Oh, now these are going to go skin side down.
Skin side down for about 8 minutes. Again, we're trying to get nice crispy skin action on these, so they'll rest a good bit of time on their skin.
Love that.
And once we get all these down here.
Now, this is like plagued mankind since the dawn of fire. How do you get it just crispy enough without burning it?
Lower temps. Do not fall in the trap of thinking that if you really want to get a crispy skin, that you got to scorch it. Same thing if you're making duck, crispy skin salmon. Start very cool. Put it in a cool pan if you need to.
And then start working your way up if you really have to.
Right.
And just slowly render all that fat out.
Absolutely. Because you can crisp it up more, you can't take away the crisp and the burn.
I love that idea. Grab Vinny's recipe for how he does cacciatore with chicken and his Parmesan Polenta at our website, dinnerdeas.com. Find us and follow along on your phone by scanning the QR code in the corner of the screen, which, if you've never done that before, All it means is you just need to open the regular camera app on your phone, zoom in on the box in the corner of the screen, and then as if by magic, a link to us will pop up. We're getting to that nice little boil right over here. You think you're ready to add in our polenta?
Very much so.
Oh, man.
So now that we got our milk, our cream, our chicken stock boiling, we're going to add the polenta here. And this will be the one time where you are going to be stirring vigorously.
Okay.
Once you get everything in, you want to remove clumps, but you also want it to give enough time that nothing settles at the bottom and starts getting scorched.
Okay, so we have to keep going.
Right.
Just for a few time here.
No, not the entire time. It's not risotto, thankfully.
Not risotto.
Thankfully.
Okay.
But once we get this all stirred and incorporated, we can now also lower the heat, medium, low.
We'll rock off to the races because we got some stirring to do with our pan of polenta, so we're taking a quick break. When we come back, we let the chicken take a break too. Ahead, I'm Dinner DeeAs. Welcome back to Dinner DeeAs. Vinny Andreotti is my guest today from Cousin Vinny Sandwich Company in Tampa, here to share a recipe by request from Norman and Zephyr Hills, who wanted to see us make cacciatore, which Vinny is making with chicken and a side of Parmesan Polenta. Before the break, Vinny started the polenta, combining milk, heavy cream, and chicken stock, and bringing it to a low boil while we season our chicken thighs, skin on and bone in, using salt and only salt. There's no pepper here. We brown them in olive oil, very slow, bring them up to temperature there. You get a really crispy skin. I can't wait to see that flip. Then got our polenta in the pan, giving them a good stir to the start. We have been monitoring these chicken thighs over here, my friend. You ready for this?
I'm ready. Ooh.
Look at those colors. You know, and folks, that's because we really slowly rendered out that fat and use only that salt there just to be able to get that. I mean, that is just crispiness. And so we're just flipping just to lock in, give it a little kiss.
Right.
And just that little bit of a seal here.
Right. Sear the flesh side, and then we're going to make our sauce.
Oh.
Get
Now,
right into
you
it.
think these are good to just take off our pan now?
Right about there, sure.
Okay. I'll let these rest here.
Look at them, fantastic.
Those look so good. That last one. Look at that.
All right, so one last little quick stir of the polenta. All right, we've lowered the heat. Now it's just slowly breaking down. You know, you don't want to have a hard bit of cornmeal.
Yeah.
You want it to break down nice and smooth on the tooth. And then we're gonna leave the pan on with all that rendered chicken fat and oil in there. We're gonna slice up an onion, a red bell pepper, and an orange bell pepper. Add those and get those cooking into there.
Come on now.
So now we're gonna start building our sauce.
Now, this is the traditional parts of the cacciatore. Like, because sometimes it can kind of get a little bit of a detour of like,
Correct.
you know, what are you doing with yours and version of what someone else is doing? But
Absolutely.
we all agree, like, this is a base.
This is the standard. Right now, we haven't taken the detour just yet. Everyone's on the same highway. No one's taken an exit elsewhere. But it's once we start adding some wine and some other things.
That's where it goes.
Yeah.
But we're all on this journey together, and we're all on the road together because to cook up this one-pot chicken dish for your dinner, plus a side of polenta if you want to make it a two-pot meal, grab Vinny's recipes at our website, dinnerdeas.com. Just scan the QR code down in the corner of the screen to find us on your phone, and hopefully they're not, you know, behind the wheel, like driving, because we're just going to be doing the driving right now. we doing the driving.
There we go.
Now, the one thing that I've noticed here, you're not crying. I'm
No.
not crying.
No.
I mean, I'm very happy to see you. Like, those were tears of joy earlier. But in terms of, like, you know, actually crying right now, what's the trick there?
So the trick, cut with the grain on the onion itself. When you go to dice an onion and you start cutting against this grain here, you're now breaking every single cell wall along the way. And an onion's natural, over however many years an onion's been biologically adapting, that's how it's supposed to not get eaten. Only humans are like, oh, that's delicious.
Without any of the tears here.
So we cut against the grain. Also, it's something great to do for braises because it helps it break down, but also keep its body because you're not damaging all the structural integrity in the cell walls. So it's going to stay in a nice, you know, ribbon while it cooks down instead of evaporating into the sauce. So
You are all things science now, my friend. I mean, you've perfected a sandwich, and that was all science. We're perfecting the art of slicing an onion so you don't have to cry. I mean, Bill Nye, watch out, man.
yeah, I'm coming for him.
You're coming for him next?
I mean, look, the reality is you got to know. I don't just study recipes, I study techniques. So that's why it's really fun to do this today, because this is just a braising application.
Absolutely.
You can now braise beef, you can braise lamb, pork.
And not even just that. Like, say, for instance, someone at home is like, how do they get that skin so crispy? It's the same concept that we're showing you right here. If you were to do a crispy skin, fish.
Salmon.
You know what I mean? Like, that slow cook right there.
Crispy duck. Right, sure, you might score, the skin, get down through the fat, not hitting the flesh on duck, but the same principles apply.
Absolutely.
And don't get lost in the recipe. Understand the techniques of what you're doing, and then you could compile different flavors, different cuisines, and then that's where I guess fusion comes into play.
I love that. Got that last bell pepper here.
Yep. So get those down nice and thin. Now we'll add these right on in. And now here we can go a little high heat saute, get them cooked down. All right, as always, we season as we go. I'm also a chef. Do not mind how much salt I put in, because that's the amount of salt you're supposed to put in.
I love that. I love that.
And here we will now be imparting the pepper.
And what are we looking for?
Here we want to get them broken down soft. Onions begin to get a little translucent. We'll then add the garlic. We don't want to add the garlic in with such robust veggies like a bell pepper or an onion. That'll burn before
and it'll
it's
burn.
even
It'll
done.
get bitter. So here we're just trying to make these onions translucent. Slight caramelization.
Just a little bit.
Just a little bit.
Yep. Cook down soft, because then we'll start building the sauce, adding the chicken, getting that into the oven, let them all marry for a little bit.
Come on
and then we'll
now.
have some cacciatore.
Cacciatore there. The sad part is that we're taking another quick break, but it is going to be a quick one. Cheese, wine, and garlic. Join the fun when we come back ahead. Dinner DeeAs. Welcome back to Dinner DeeAs. Chicken Cacciatore is on the menu today, courtesy of Vinny Andreotti. He runs Cousin Vinny's Sandwich Company in Tampa, and he's sharing a recipe by request from Norman, who's watching over in Zephyr Hills. And remember his mom making this dish. Before the break, we gave a quick flip to our perfectly browned chicken thighs, then let them rest while we prepped onions and peppers, which we seasoned and sauteed in the same pan we dumped the chicken in. All that flavor, that fun that was starting to develop, and that base, it's just building. Now, the polenta, though.
The polenta. Let's finish this guy off. So we're going to now add some freshly grated Parmesan cheese. We'll remove it from the heat itself, and then we'll add a knob of butter, one at a time, and we'll just whisk this in, and then we'll add the next knob once it's melted and incorporated.
So we're incorporating a little bit more fat in there, and you're going to have that nice creaminess now that's just going to kind of coat it.
Correct. And you don't want to add all the butter at once, because then that's too much fat all at once. Then it's not going to actually emulsify or combine.
Yeah.
You'll just see a shimmering layer instead of a glistening layer.
Oh.
All right, so we'll add.
I love that.
All right.
And to grab Vinny's recipe for this chicken cacciatore and his Parmesan Polenta, head to dinnerdeas.com. Scan that QR code down there if you want to find us fast.
All right, now that's all in.
A little salt.
Seasonal salt towards the end. Whisk that, and that is done.
All right, now the chicken here.
The chicken. We're gonna hit it with
A little bit of some garlic.
some garlic. And now, like any recipe, I know I called for 3 cloves. I just want to be transparent.
Okay.
I grabbed my 3 largest cloves.
All right,
Like, absurdly large.
Okay,
So if you
okay.
grabbed 5 medium ones, you're not wrong.
okay.
If you just want to add a little bit more zip, by all means. Garlic is like vanilla. There really is no limit to the amount that you could add.
Yeah, because it's also just at this beautiful time right now in the dish where by adding it now, it hasn't burned. You're getting all of those oils.
You're smelling the garlic now.
Oh,
part
it's just like I'm
itself.
going back in for twice right
Right.
there because I'm like, this is one of my favorite smells. And it should be yours too. Now, what do we got here? Is that oregano?
Yep, some dried oregano.
Ooh.
So I'm adding this in now, not until after I added the wet ingredients like tomatoes or wine, because I want that to now toast as well.
Yeah.
It'll amplify that floralness from the oregano. Imagine it like a Italian sofrito.
Oh. Yeah,
right,
you really get those smells right now. You really get those smells right now.
All right, but now it's a party. We got some nice fine Italian Chianti, some red wine, get that into deglaze. All right, so now everything's just cooled off in the pan a little bit more. You could scrape off any bottom fond that you built, because that also is an immense amount of flavor.
Oh, yeah.
We're gonna then hit it with a little bit of red wine vinegar.
Ooh,
so this,
okay.
now we've gone off an exit.
Okay, I was gonna say,
Right?
'cause this is a little bit unique right here.
Right. Now we've deviated from what, other people might associate a cacciatore with. But this is that difference maker when my mom would always make it. It's what I always fondly remember of just knowing that her cacciatore, there was just that acidic bite inside of it, and it was always so welcoming. And now you're stirring over it and you're smelling everything together now. That's
it.
Comfort.
Oh. And then tomatoes over here. What do we got?
So I got a 28-ounce can of some DOP San Marzano tomatoes.
Okay, the good stuff.
Yes. So
Now, you also go straight from the can.
I do.
Okay.
Because while they braise, they will break down, they'll get softened. You might call it lazy, we'll call it rustic.
I love that. Because if you make this for your dinner, take a photo and let us know. Email dinnerdeeas@fox.com. That's what Tracy did. She watched the show the last time Vinny was here and made his spaghetti alla mone and the pan-seared pork chops. She said, "Hi, Jeff. I just want to say thank you for the wonderful recipe from Vinny. I made it with roasted zucchini for dinner. Turned out delicious. Hubby was very happy." That's you, buddy.
Yo, that feels really good to see.
Like, how cool is that?
That is really cool. Yeah, that is awesome, right? It's one thing being in the community and feeding people and seeing it live, but then having recipes to share and then someone's making it at home too. This is a first for me to be able to stand here and see that. That felt so good.
Way to go there, Tracy. and to everyone who ever sends a photo, you have no idea how beautiful it is, because it is just that, man.
Yeah.
Like, you're a part of the community, and to see something that you worked hard at and wanted to bring to the community,
someone to make it so nice as well.
Taking the time, making the dish, having some fun. Tracy and her hubby, that's pretty cool.
That's food.
That's cool.
That's the universal language of food right there.
I absolutely love that. Tracy, way to go, my friend. Thank you so much for doing that. All right.
Great job.
Now, this is kind of getting up. I kind of did exactly what you're saying. Break them just a little bit.
Yep.
So that way you get a little bit of that rustic texture that you're looking for. That you okay?
Yep.
All right.
Oh, that's looking perfect.
Now we're going in with our chicken.
Let's get the chicken back in. We're going to place the chicken just on top, not submerging, because we don't want to now ruin the skin that we worked so hard crispifying in nature, right? So right on top, just like that.
You almost just want to gently prop it on top. Like, I kind of find like one of those tomatoes, it gives it just a little cushion right there. So it just doesn't sink right to the bottom, but it just kind of can float right on top.
Right, and if you did crush the tomatoes and you don't have the lift, think of it like a shakshuka, right? When you're adding the eggs and you make the little well, you add the egg into it, sort of like that.
Oh. And then this is going to go into the oven now?
Yep, it's going to sit in the oven about 350. About 25, 30 minutes. Chicken's gonna be pulled tender, skin still crispy, sauce all married. Yeah.
Come on. Yeah. One last break. Well, this has got to get into the oven. But when we come back, we get it all on the plate ahead at Dinner DeeAs. Welcome back to Dinner DeeAs. Vinny Andreotti is with us today from Cousin Vinny Sandwich Company in Tampa, sharing a recipe for chicken cacciatore, a dish he made with his mom, requested by Norman, who's watching in Zephyr Hills, whose mom also used to make it. Now, the aroma's right there kind of coming through. Come on now. Not to be outdone, though, we got to check the polenta here as well. Oh, wow.
Cheesy, creamy.
Everything.
Polenta, baby.
That's awesome. How do we get this all together on the plate?
All right. That's very easy. I'm glad you asked. So we'll scoop some of this right on in. Let's get center. All right. Do one more of that. Even that out. Now we'll take one chicken thigh here. Place that down flat. We'll grab another.
Keeping that crispy skin intact like that.
At the angle. Place that down. Because now I'll just take that tomato. We'll grab some onions, some peppers. Get this all around.
It's so deliberate.
Oh yeah.
Oh, I love that.
Everything with purpose. All right, and now just to sauce it on up.
Filling in that cavity there. Oh.
And then, of course, a little bit of that parsley right on top.
Look at that. Oh, I want to become part of the family, my friend.
You already are.
I'm already part of the
You
family
already
right now. Norman, you want to be in the family too? Because Norman and everyone else watching.
You're all invited.
You're all invited. You're all part of the Cousin family now. You can grab Vinny's chicken cacciatore recipe at our website, dinnerdeeas.com, where we also have a link to Cousin Vinny's Sandwich Company. And my friends, my favorite one that you should be going for, the prosciutto de Papa, is out of this world fantastic. That is a game changer one right there, my friend. I'm Jeff Philbin. Thanks for watching, and see you next time with more ideas for dinner, as we call them, Dinner Deeas.